It's time for the MCTS experience with Mr. Orr and Mr. Nash. Discover your passion and unlock your future.
Welcome, everybody, one and all, to a very, very action-packed, very special episode of the MCTS experience. Not only is it CTE month, ladies and gentlemen, February, as you know, is CTE month, and we are thrilled to bring you
so much going on,
so much info, so much cool stuff. Brimming with not just information, but insight, activities,
events,
students, special guests, the whole nine yards for CTE month.
Hold on to your hat, as they say.
But in addition to that, Mr. Nash, are you aware that it is our 100th episode?
What?
Uh-oh.
What? There's pyrotechnics coming in. Holy Christmas! Wow,
Mr. S, this is very special. This is very exciting,
dude.
Yes, 100th episode, sir. Get in here, Mr. S. Get
in here,
or do your trick. Do your new trick.
There he is. Get it, buddy. Get it. Oh, get it.
Congratulations, Mr. S.
100 times around the victory track.
Let's hear your voice. And
I love it. I love it. I love it.
For one moment, please.
I love it. I love it.
Yes, 100 episodes.
Oh! Oh!
All right.
Very exciting. Seriously.
100 episodes. It started with audio only in 2018.
It's been
we were commissioned. We were given marching orders.
They said, do a podcast.
You guys should do a podcast.
We did it.
We go and did it.
We owe it all to you, Mr. S. Congratulations.
Oh, you guys were the lifeblood of it. So definitely the energy, the fun.
Well, our heart beats fast for CTE, and we want to share that with the world.
4 shows total,
do.
all from you guys. So
we do.
Thank you.
Bless you, sir. Thank you. Great
Well,
work.
dude, let's get it going.
It all started with a couple of tin cans and a string.
It did.
Here in the graphic arts shop studio in Mr. S's office.
The old dark room for graphic design.
With a dirty old couch.
There it was. Yeah. There we go.
All right. So let's get the February CTE month episode underway. Shall we?
Absolutely.
All right. What a great month it's been. We had the CTE luncheon, of course. We had the counselors' breakfast, the general advisory meeting with all of our business partners. And there has just been stuff going. We had the Skills USA local contest awards.
We had an award ceremony, absolutely.
Yes.
And it's kind of like the Olympics, standing up on the podium and preparing those individuals to move on to states, which will occur.
Well, if you don't mind, Mr. Nash, give us a rundown about Skills USA. What's coming up next?
So, as you guys all know, Skills USA is an organization that promotes leadership and competition in career area studies and other soft skill areas. And that's been going on within the district for well over 50 years. We have local contests. We did that back in January. We do an awards ceremony, which we just did now. And then the people that won gold on a local level move on to states. And states is going to occur March 22nd, March 29th, and April 3rd at the Mercedes-Benz Training Center. The other two ones occur at Gloucester County Tech and Camden County Tech.
Okay.
And then we do April 5th up in Newark at a technology academy for the final. And then our award ceremony is on April 12th. And that's where we find out who's going to nationals. And then we instantly start to scramble to plan the national trip, which is very exciting.
That is very exciting. As everyone knows, I'm sure we did.
We had national winners.
Champions.
We've had medalists for many, many years.
You go to nationals every year. We have a bunch of state gold medalists.
Absolutely. State gold medalists and national medalists. And last year we had a national gold medal, number 1 in the nation.
Unbelievable.
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
So we're hoping to repeat that. That's what we want. And
I have a feeling it's attainable.
I just did the count. There's 53 students coming from this campus. Wow. And that's not including my counterpart, the Genster.
The Genster's
easily got 30 to 40, if not more.
That's almost 100 people.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And so it's great that we go there. The kids compete all day, and then they get to come up to Morris Knowles High School on April 12th. That's Saturday, April 12th.
That's where they announce the.
That's where the rally is and the big voice, and it's exciting. It's a lot of fun.
Horns.
Oh, it's awesome.
Air horns.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The wizard. We do the wizard call. I sneak.
Don't tell them. They're gonna catch you.
I might have snuck in a wizard horn into the last award ceremony.
All right. We pretend you didn't hear that. No one. Yeah. Don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah, got it. Crystal clear.
All right, couple of other things. There is a PTSA meeting, Parent Teacher Student Association.
That's a great way to get involved.
March
You're a parent.
3rd at 6:30 at the Assenpink Center. Parents, bring your students. Come on down. We want parent involvement. We've got it. By the way, our PTSA does a great job, and we appreciate them very much. Thank you. There's also a staff in-service day, so students don't come to school on March 21st.
But we do.
Stay home and do homework. Teachers and staff will.
Or stay home and do homework. I love you, buddy. That's the best. That's
I'm
awesome.
just trying to foster.
Well, you're trying to foster good.
academics.
You're trying to foster.
And what's happening here at the SciPec campus on the 26th, Mr. Nash?
So on the 26th, everybody who's graduating this year, whether you're in an academy, whether you're in a share time program, it doesn't matter whether you're Aspen or SciPec.
Sure.
We are opening up the gates, inviting minimally 50 employees. We're going to have 50 tables. And if I need 53, I will get the tables out of the closet and set it up. And employers, post-secondary career opportunities, companies with upward mobility that are hiring our graduates and our adult evening school students and our alumni and our adult evening school alumni, trade unions, military organizations. If you are fretting about the unknown and you're walking across that stage, or you've walked across that graduation stage at one time in June, this is the event for you to come to.
Sure.
Bring a resume, come by yourself. Hey, you and your parents want to walk around and talk about options? Anything from massive corporations to like Ryder and TCNJ and Princeton University to PSE&G to DOL, Department of Labor, Department of Transportation, they're all going to be here.
Oh, man.
Right now, we have over 23 guests, and we're over a month away.
Bunch of unions come and represent.
Yeah, Local 9, Local 31, 825, the Carpenters Union, the Operators Union, the Electricers Union, the Welders Union, Pipe Fitters Union. Listen, if you're looking for that next step in your life, that 18 to 24-year-old, what am I going to do? We always teach those four things: military, trade school, career-based employment with upward mobility, and college, 2 or 4 year college. And we don't say college last, but we just want people to know that there are other options that provide that pathway to that adult life.
And it is just that. It's all about the options, having lots of different choices.
And everyone's a winner. All four of those pathways lead to that freedom, that adult life, that proficiency in society. And that's what we've prepared our students for, and our alumni. So it's an incredible opportunity.
And speaking of alumni, that's a nice segue into the rest of our episode. We're going to meet our successful graduates, plural, of the year, Angel and Ashley Bowden.
First time ever.
First time ever. We've had to have dual recipients, and they're married. And it all started right here at Mercer County Technical School.
You're going to unpack that story as it goes on.
We've also got a great interview with one of our all-star counselors in celebration of CTE month. Let's get going. Let's get it underway.
Here we go.
We'll be right back after this.
Horticulture and turf care management.
Work with indoor and outdoor plants and ground covers and gain the skills of a landscape architect. Learn the principles of horticulture, gardening, turf maintenance, equipment operation, environmental science, and landscape design, as well as the business side of the landscape industry. Includes OSHA certification and FFA membership. Welcome back, everyone. In our continuing celebration of CTE month, we are thrilled to have an all-star counselor with us from Hightstown High School, the liaison counselor extraordinaire, Chelsea Daly. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Hall of Fame. First ballot Hall of Famer.
If we had like a glass case of guidance counselor support staff, easily.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Now,
seriously,
this has become somewhat of a tradition after either the CTE luncheon or the counselor's breakfast over the last couple of years. We've had some of our favorite counselors come on as guests.
Okay.
So
I'm honored.
It's amazing.
Our three Hamilton counselors have been on, Mr. Schwartz, Ms. Marasco, and Ms. Turnbull.
I'm in good company.
You're in very
east.
good company.
Hightstown, we're treading east. We're traveling.
Yes, and to the edges of the county.
I love it.
We're going to work our way in. But part of the reason we wanted to have you on here, Chelsea, is because you seem to be really, really good at that. I know you do 1,000 other things at Hightstown High School, but as our liaison counselor, you're top shelf.
Thank you.
What is your so two big roles, Mr. Nash, of the liaison counselor is one, taking the information that we impart at our monthly liaison meetings back to the other counselors and CST folks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Which they never miss a beat. Your
yeah,
colleagues.
I try to stay on them with the information and make sure they're doing their part.
Well, it's a testimony to your effective communication. That's really, you're the lightning rod.
Yeah, and I feel like that affects our students. So, like, I want them to have the information so that our kids know the information.
Did you hear it?
I love it.
It's from the heart.
Yeah.
That's what makes someone in your role so effective. Is you take it to heart, and that's what really drives and separates people out of your mold. And that's what we love to see the results with. And
Thank
it really
you.
transcends into the type of students that we have, the students that are engaged and want to be with us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, it's literally like a botanical garden that just grows more and more and more. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Not to pile on here with the compliments, but also as it happens, Hightstown High School is one of our biggest sending schools, and I credit you with that as well. I think you're very good at spreading the word to the students directly.
Thank you.
What's your secret? You got to tell us the secret.
I just recognize the kids early on that I feel like would benefit from it.
Okay.
So, we're on a different type of model than most high schools. So we kind of stick with our grade level and go up with them. So that's why getting the information to the other counselors is really important, because I don't see all of the students.
Right.
So, what is helpful is just identifying those kids in freshman year, like whether they don't like our elective options or they benefit from more of a hands-on environment.
Sure.
I'm kind of identifying those kids along with my other counselors early on so that we can say, like, okay, this is an opportunity for you. This is what you need to do. And then the next year, sophomore year, okay, application time, like just kind of like giving them all the information each year along the way so that they're ready to go for junior year shared time programs.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
What I loved hearing about that, and we never get to, like, I don't.
Yeah, this side of it.
Yeah, it's really informative and enlightening to moms and dads listening and people that are caregivers. Is it really does take your team to identify. I always picture it's like a horse race, and the gate goes off and the horses start to gallop, and you have to be really aware of the type of horse that benefits from this stable. And again, I'm big on the metaphors. I love to do the word pictures. It's how I communicate. But the reality is the fact that you're insightful and you're teaching others to be insightful, because not every kid thrives at MCTS.
Yeah.
We never project that persona. And we realistically, 20% of a graduating class need to see it. And out of that 20%, what do you think, Orf? 8, 10, 12% need to be here. So for you to identify that is so upwelling and wonderful. If I was a parent and I reside in East Windsor, Hightstown, Twin Rivers, et cetera, I'd be pumped that you're doing what you do.
Thanks.
Make real change.
Thank you.
And Hightstown also has done very well with sending us a wide swath of kids, right? It's not just the students that don't love school. It's also these college-bound students. It's also the kids who learn differently. It's also the kids who are definitely interested in one of these career areas.
For sure.
We got it all. So.
And we even have like parents. Like I'm now dealing with parents of high schoolers that are like, I went to VOTEC, MCTS back in the day. Like I want my kid to have that opportunity too, because they saw the value in their experience and they want to have that for their child too. So I'm getting that now, which is really cool.
So that's like a residual dividend almost that's, and probably some of our staff taught. I mean, I know Chef Engel was there. I was here.
Oh, sure.
And many others that laid that bedrock.
Nash, you probably had one of her parents.
Oh, I guarantee it. I guarantee
your
it.
auto tech class.
And that's awesome. That's very fulfilling for anyone. And that's the fountain of youth, whether a student comes up to you and talks about how you affected their trajectory and when they come here and all of us together. It's really very upwelling and enlightening and overwhelms you with a sense of good in your heart.
Yeah, and it like shows you the impact that you had here too.
Wonderful. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Give us a quick snapshot of your background. How did you become a counselor? That kind of thing.
So I actually had an amazing high school counselor. I was had two pathways. I was either going to go into fashion design because I did all of my fashion design classes in high school. That was something I exhausted the program options there, or I was going to go into education. Okay. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to be a teacher or what I would even teach. And then I got to high school and I just had this amazing rapport with Miss Jankowski. She was my counselor at high school.
Shout out.
What high school?
Lenape High School in Medford, New Jersey.
Sure. I know where that is.
So,
right up to 95, get it?
Yeah. So I had an amazing relationship with her, and she was even my mentor after I graduated high school, after I graduated college. When I went for my master's in school counseling, she was kind of just always checking in on me and really training me up for interviews and stuff. She's an amazing person. And she really kind of just made it click for me in terms of like, yes, that's exactly what I want to do. So I also just love talking with high schoolers. So high schoolers are my group of kids that I feel like I can do the best work with. And I love talking with them and kind of like having the perspective of like, you know, we've been there, we've been through that. Like not much has changed really in the grand scheme of things. Same issues, same problems. So I love talking with high schoolers.
Oh, that's great.
So, and you know what's really cool is I wish we could take you right to TCNJ, you know, where a lot of education majors are, because it really does resound. You're in elementary school or middle school people are awesome. Like
they're a special
like,
breed.
I love middle school. The rest of us are like, I don't know about that. But what's neat is to hear you reflect on your career and your tenure and to know that you resonate with that population. It's so cool when you see just a thoroughbred running with the pack of kids and leading them, and that's what you are. It's so neat.
Well, we are lucky to have you on our side. Mrs. Jankowski would be proud. She would be proud of the.
I still see her down the shore. I see her.
Oh, that's
wonderful. Randomly she pops up. I'm like, Miss Jankowski. So
that's great.
It's fun.
That's really wonderful.
So thank you for all that you do for your kiddos and for the MCTS family. We appreciate you and keep up the great work.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.
Diesel technology.
Diesel students learn to repair, service, and maintain diesel engines. They work on such equipment as autos, buses, ships, trucks, railroad locomotives, and construction equipment. Students earn certifications in OSHA, entry-level ASC, and credit from Mercer County Community College's Auto Tech program. Welcome back, everyone. We're very, very excited to have two very special guests with us. As you all know, it's CTE month. And each year at the mid-year, at the Winter General Advisory Council luncheon during February, which is CTE month, we award the Successful Graduate Award. This year, Mr. Nash.
Big stuff here.
Big stuff. This is a first.
It is.
In the history of the school.
I've been here a long time. I've never seen a husband and wife duo come together and make the Successful Graduate Award.
So we are very, very pleased to present the 2025 Successful Graduate Award to Angel Bowden and Ashley Bowden, Mr. and Mrs. Bowden.
Yeah.
Thank you. And of Chris's Auto Body, which is and if you're listening to this, you would think like Angel and Ashley Bowden. How Chris's Auto Body, long-standing industry business up in Lambertville area. Why would you Shanghai the name after 60 years? You would not do that. No, that's what we call bad business. So kudos.
If you don't mind, just for our listeners and our viewers, give us each a little bit of your background. Where'd you go to high school? How'd you hear about the program in general? What year did you graduate? That sort of thing. Who was your teacher?
Ladies first.
We'll have Ashley start.
First. So I went to Steiner High School. Graduated there in 2004. Loved everything, makeup, hair. So it only made sense that I would come to cosmetology here. And then so I worked for a few years after that. Ended up having kids, so we stayed home for about 10 years with them.
And you two met while you were here, is that correct?
Yep, during our high school years. Yeah.
Wow.
And then had two children, stayed home with them for about 10 years.
Nice.
And then when I went back to work, Angel was already working at Chris Auto Body, so I went there and started working with him there.
Awesome. So you learned the business.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Before buying it out.
Very cool.
And one more question: Did any of the skills you learned in the cosmetology program help you run the business with Angel?
Definitely customer service. People, people person. You
Talking
deal with
to
people
people.
all day. Yeah. It's what I did.
Yeah.
So
And you were an
it
excellent
works.
I remember both of you when you were here. You, as a young lady, you were a phenomenal communicator. You're a grown woman, successful businesswoman, incredible now. And then to see you guys come together and three auto collision repair facilities.
Yep. Three. Yep.
Let's hear about Angel.
So I went to Nottingham High, graduated in 2004. I have always been fascinated with cars and stuff. My father, he has older cars. I've been at car shows a million times.
Love it.
So when the the pamphlet came out to do the Votech stuff, I saw it and it was interesting. So I signed up, and then and that's it.
And the rest is history.
Yeah, the rest,
as they say.
Yeah, I'm really glad it worked out. Mr. Simic on his wall in his office. Go ahead, talk about the newspaper clipping, Mr.
So we presented you the award. Obviously, you're coming from the general advisory meeting, and leading up to the event, in Simic's office, there's hundreds of photos of students that Mr. Simic has worked with. He's really connects and resonates. And I know that you guys remember him when you were here. And he had a laminated newspaper clipping of Mercer County Technical School's brightest. Like each school would do it. Nottingham, Steinert, West Windsor, Ewing, everybody. And we did it. And you were on the 2004. Yeah. So I stole that for the presentation. Yeah. And it's awesome.
I remember that day too. It was awesome. It was great. They came out, took photos for Trentonian, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so neat.
Yeah. Rising stars.
Stars born.
So Nottingham High School, Steinert High School, both 04 graduates of different CTE programs at the CyPEX Center. Mm-hmm. I want to also point out, if you don't mind, you, Angel and Ashley, are perhaps started a long-standing tradition of romance between the auto collision program and the cosmetology
Don Juan
program.
And the ladies up in Cosmo. Very nice.
It keeps happening that for some reason
promposals.
Mr. S hopefully can find there's a picture, the hood that the students make as their first. A student painted it up and said he incorporated that as his project, and they had it up.
That is genius. Well done.
Yeah, well done.
It wasn't a thing back
You didn't need to. It worked out.
You guys were there. So awesome.
Anyway, we are just thrilled for you guys, and now you have a son, Christian, who's in our a first year student in our auto collision program with Mr. McKinney.
Yeah.
He just medaled in our local
Skills USA locals,
silver medalist in the skills competition. Yeah. And thank you, by the way, you came and helped judge the competition.
How neat was that? That's got to be.
That was awesome. That was great with the kids.
Does it take you back mentally?
It does. And what I liked about it was I came in, spoke to some of the kids, showed them a couple of things while we were there because they're nervous. They got judges. They're 15, 16-year-old kids, and being nervous in front of judges. So I helped them out. So today I walked in there before the advisory meeting, and a couple of kids were like, "Oh, hey," and from the PN class, So
you might have to vet. You might have to lasso some talent.
I'm trying.
Right?
Show your face, and
we'll keep you coming back. Then they'll get to know you.
I might know a guy. I might know a guy.
Quick shout out to each of your teachers, and then we'll let you get going to pick up the kids.
Yes. Miss C. I had Miss C. She was awesome.
Christine Cardinelli, legend.
Yes.
Legend.
The best. Honestly, the best.
Really?
It's a hard class, and she, when you go and you take your test and you feel confident,
you're ready. It's boot camp. It's boot camp.
It is boot camp, but you're prepared.
I love
it. And I love being prepared.
And she puts her heart and soul into it. And 100%. Every student, guy or girl coming out of there just resonates that message. Well, a tree bears its fruit, as they say. And Mrs. Cardinelli's been producing incredible talent, and as well as Miss Cash. Miss Cash is equally as good.
Both legends. I cannot get a haircut in Mercer County without somebody saying
no. I challenge someone to go to a salon or barbershop that doesn't have at least one stylist that it came from. Lalo, Cash, Cardinelli, etc.
Go ahead, Angel.
So Mr. Ganier,
yes,
obviously was my teacher. Great inspiration. Great guy. Showed me a lot. He actually, country music. He got me listening to country music.
Oh, there it is.
So he had it. He goes, "You guys will all be listening to country music."
So there's a sociological component.
So
not
he
just
got
the
me.
industry.
He got me listening to country. So I do want to shout him out, but also the new teacher you guys have, Mr. McKinney. He's awesome, and I think he's gonna be great. I tell my son all the time he's gonna be great. He's a great teacher. I like what he's teaching. I talk to him. He keeps me updated with what he has going on and how he has, which is good. You kind of need some of that. So
you need somebody who's relevant in the industry, and
I think he's going to be good.
You guys are in the industry, and what he's coming home and conveying that he's learning is a testimony to that.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
It's excellent.
We're just thrilled for both of you, and we appreciate you coming today and spending time with us, and obviously doing this interview and showing up for the advisory meeting, and your involvement with our school and our programs. And the community. So thank you for all they do. Congratulations. Our successful graduates of the year, Angel and Ashley Bowden.
Automotive Mechanics Technology.
The Auto Tech program gives students the skills to repair, service, and maintain all types of automobiles. It includes instruction in brake systems, electrical systems, engine performance, engine repair, and much more. We are certified by NATEF, the National Automotive Technicians Education Foundation. All students in the program have the opportunity to earn industry credentials such as OSHA and ASC, Automotive Service Excellence, plus articulated credits from Mercer County Community College's Auto Tech program. Well, we're coming to the end of CTE month and, sadly, the end of our 100th episode.
How exciting.
Of the MCTS Experience.
It's exciting.
Give me some final thoughts, Mr. Nash, about CTE month, about this episode, about our great school community. What do you got to say?
I just love CTE month because it gives us a chance to wrap up and encapsulate whether it's a student or a parent that decide to come here, people that are embraced and partnered with us to make it a success, and then those industries and businesses that come alongside. It's all that together rolled into one, and it's new every year we do it. The events are exciting. The menus are different. People get their doors blown off when they come here, and that's what I love about the whole ceremony.
Me too. Well said. We got a random fan shout out.
Our outreach.
Where did we go last week? How deep? We went into deep Pennsylvania.
Yeah, like midway through PA.
Yeah,
we got a
Lancaster
shout out
County.
for
Now.
Aunt Nino, who's out in Washington State.
Washington State
Legend.
Transcontinental podcast.
Yeah, we're covering some ground. Big shout out to Aunt Nino.
I love it. We need to find some listeners in Europe or
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Well, that would still be.
Oh, Europe. Let's go to Europe, Australia?
Yeah.
Africa?
I want to get international.
All right, we'll do it. That's
and Hawaii, too. Listen,
we need a listener to
Hawaii and listen.
Email Orf. What's the email address for admissions?
Admissions@mcts.edu, or just go to our website.
That could be a new feature. People could, I want a shout out, and we'll give it to them.
All right, that's it.
Look, just like the theme song was birthed here, the concept of the show was birthed here. At the 100th episode, we'll have shout out.
Random fan shout outs.
There we go.
All you got to do is ask.
There we go.
By the way, I do want to give a huge thank you to Angel and Ashley Bowden. Congratulations, our successful graduates awarded, of course.
It's so
National
cool.
Advisory luncheon this
3
week.
businesses.
Yeah.
3 businesses. They own 3 body shops.
Unbelievable.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Of course, started in the cosmetology program for Ashley and the auto collision program for
2 different high schools.
2 different high schools.
It's
Steiner, Hamilton West coming together.
It's a screenplay.
Or Nottingham.
We need a screenplay. We need a screenplay on that.
That's like a little Romeo and Juliet, but
Absolutely.
with CTE. That's
Absolutely.
exciting.
CTE. It's awesome.
Additionally, a big thank you to guidance counselor extraordinaire, Heightstown's very own Chelsea Daly. She's a rock star, and we appreciate her.
We put her back in a glass case, the Hall of Fame case.
She's in there now forever. You can't take it away.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we have to thank our whole team out there, our teachers, our staff, the parents, the PTSA, our administration. We just appreciate everybody.
Takes a village.
It takes a village, and we are doing it. We're bringing CT to all of you. So, with all
Are you ready? Are you ready to do your rundown?
I'm going to do my very best.
You always do it. Do it well.
Please like this podcast.
Smash the like button.
Take a hammer and keep hitting it like you're a student in the carpentry program. Hit that hammer on the like button. The 5-star reviews will take.
It helps. It really helps.
Tell a friend about it. Share it.
Like I say,
subscribe.
Be a friend. Tell a friend.
Exactly. That's exactly right. And also like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and LinkedIn and all of those other social media platforms. Go to our website for all the information you need about it.
Instagram just did an alumni. Producer Nick just did an alumni on Instagram and Facebook. Alumni updates. So cool.
It's coming up very soon. So if you are an alumni too, get in touch with that. Very soon you can check out the alumni section of our website.
Ooh.
Managed, of course, by the great Nick MacGyver Sikowski. Speaking of Mr. Sikowski, thank you, sir, for all that you've done. We appreciate you very,
no
very
way
much.
we could have done it without you, buddy.
Yeah.
No way. 100
100%.
episodes?
Congratulations, sir, on 100 episodes.
Pleasure. My
Millions of views.
pleasure. Yeah, we're getting there.
With all that under our belts, this is Mr. Orff on behalf of myself, my partner in crime, the great Dave Nash, and the legendary producer extraordinary Nick MacGyver Sikowski, inviting you to discover your passion
And unlock your future.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the very first video podcast edition of the MCTS Experience. I'm Mr. Orff. With me, as always, is my partner in crime, Mr. David Nash. How are you, sir?
Cheers, everybody. Welcome.
It's us. We're here in person.
You never got to see us, and you only got to hear us, but now the show is going to jump through many levels.
There's a reason that was an audio podcast. They're looking at our heads going, "Who are these guys? Yuck." What are you looking for when you, whether it is an entry-level job or somebody more in an administrative capacity? What are you looking for in an interview? What do you want to see when you're going to hire somebody?
Well, let's break it down to a couple different jobs if we could.
Please.
Let's talk about a technician. A technician needs to have some basic mechanical aptitude. we will send that individual to school. Ford Motor Company offers schools or
living in society with, but the knowing how to form sentences, knowing how to show up on time, knowing how to be passionate to serve the customer and rise up in the situation. It sounds like Skills is doing that and hardwiring that into guys and girls that participate in this. So,
yeah, that's exactly right. And then the third path to participation is through the skill competitions. And this becomes a way for students to what we call benchmark their skill level against others.
It's all about rethinking how teens become confident, capable adults.
Okay. Now, I want to ask you a question. Knowing what you know about our CTE programs, about career technical education, the hands-on, we were talking off the air about identifying skills and stuff like that. Tell us how that can link up to what we're doing here.
Okay, so what I really like about CTE is the difference between passive versus active learning environments. And so if you've never thought about what a passive learning environment is, we've all experienced it. It's like classroom.
Cinderella story, and people don't know this, but I asked prior to coming on the air. So over the summer, you're working for Enzo, and then something unfortunate happens. Tell everybody that story and how Enzo responded to it.
Yeah, I woke up in the morning, went to the job, 6:45, and I opened my trunk, and my tools weren't there at all.
All the tools stolen from the car.
Had no idea where they were, and talked to Enzo about it. He was like, all right, I'll figure something out. Called me about an hour later. He was like, go to Home Depot, get you what you need, and go back to the job.
Are you kidding?
Paid for everything.
Oh, my God.
We get ignited on the year of September. We go through that fall season. We start to tread into winter. And when we come back from the holiday break, magic happens because picture the Food Network style challenges that you see on TV.
Yeah.
And imagine that's for the electricians, the culinary students, the business class, the automotive. People from the outside industry come in and judge our students on a local competition. They compete against each other.
Okay.
Then the best of the best from